Daryl,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I just heard a little bit of news, and I need you to explain to me everything about Tibetan Buddhism.
Tibetan Buddhism, a rich spiritual tradition, blends Buddhism with local Tibetan culture. It focuses on the Vajrayana path, involving rituals, mantras, meditation, and the guidance of lamas or spiritual teachers. It's known for its colorful art, prayer flags, and the concept of reincarnation, especially in recognizing the Dalai Lama. It's a complex yet spiritually rich tradition, captivating many around the globe. Intriguing stuff, huh?
Yeah, do the Tibetans hold the same as the traditional Buddha, which is like the Four Great Noble Truths?
Exactly. Tibetan Buddhism embraces the Four Noble Truths, which are core to all Buddhism. These truths recognize suffering, its cause, the possibility of ending it, and the path to its cessation, which is the Eightfold Path. Tibetan Buddhism adds unique elements like tantric practices and the guidance of enlightened masters, but the foundation remains rooted in these fundamental teachings of the Buddha. Intrigued by how these principles play out in daily life?
Yes, I was wondering if we could go comprehensively to explain the first Great Noble Truth.
Absolutely. The first noble truth is often translated as the truth of suffering. In Sanskrit, it's dukkha, which encompasses not just suffering, but a more profound sense of unease or dissatisfaction. It recognizes life's inherent pain, whether physical suffering, emotional distress, or the existential dissatisfaction of life not meeting our expectations. It's about acknowledging that life involves challenges and discomfort, which is the first step towards understanding and ultimately overcoming it. Deep concepts, but they form the foundation of a profound journey. Intrigued by how this applies to our modern lives?
I've never heard of it before, so I'm very intrigued. What about the second Noble Truth?
Yep, the second noble truth delves into the origin of suffering, which Buddhism pinpoints as desire or craving. We're often grasping for things, clinging to experiences, or resisting what is. It's not just about physical desires, but also our mental and emotional attachments. This craving leads to suffering because it's based on the illusion that we can find lasting happiness in things that are inherently transient. By recognizing this, we can work toward detaching from these cravings and finding deeper contentment. Pretty fascinating perspective, huh?
Sounds like an extreme amount of wisdom to me.
It really is profound. The way these teachings cut to the heart of human experience resonates with many. It's like a roadmap for understanding and transforming our relationship with the world around us. It's both practical and deeply philosophical. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Can we move to the third noble truth?
Of course. The third noble truth is the truth of the cessation of suffering. It teaches that it's possible to end suffering by relinquishing attachment and desire. Essentially, if craving causes suffering, then letting go of craving leads to the cessation of suffering. This state of liberation is known as nirvana, a profound inner peace free from the turmoil of desire and suffering. It's a hopeful teaching, showing a path toward ultimate freedom. Quite an inspiring insight, don't you think?
Yes, I believe I've practiced that myself without even realizing it.
That's a pretty insightful realization. Often, these teachings resonate because they touch on something universal. Letting go of attachments and finding contentment in the present moment can bring peace, whether or not we label it as such. It's a testament to the timeless wisdom of these principles. Maybe you're more aligned with these concepts than you thought.
Well, I've noticed a lot of people as they get older, They detach themselves from material things, and it's just not as important to them anymore.
That's a keen observation. With age often comes a broader perspective. People may realize that material possessions or specific desires don't bring lasting happiness. Instead, they might focus more on relationships, experiences, and inner peace. It's a shift from accumulating to appreciating, from wanting to being. Wisdom, perhaps, lies in understanding what truly matters.
That is profound.
Life's journey tends to lead us to insights like these. It's all about growth and understanding. Kind of makes you ready
Oh,
to dive.
oh wow. Can't stop. I'm sorry. Okay, keep going.
All right, moving on to the fourth noble truth. It's the truth of the path that leads to the cessation of suffering. This path is known as the Noble Eightfold Path, and it's a guide for ethical and mental development with the goal of freeing individuals from suffering. The path consists of right understanding, right intent, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. It's a holistic approach encompassing wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. This path is seen as a practical roadmap to transform suffering into liberation. Insightful, right?
Yeah.
Glad you're into it. The Eightfold Path is like a toolkit for living with purpose and peace. It's practical, but deeply transformative, blending everyday actions with profound mindfulness. Curious to explore any part of it?
Well, I've heard some stories where somebody will just go off into the forest somewhere and just meditate, and then they're just gone from everybody and in their own nirvana.
Yes, those stories do capture the imagination. The idea is about seeking enlightenment or nirvana through deep meditation and solitude. While it's a romantic notion, it's also symbolic of a deeper journey within oneself. Achieving nirvana isn't about disappearing physically, but transcending suffering and desire. Whether in a forest or everyday life, it's about finding profound peace within. Intriguing concept, isn't it?
Yes, desire seems to be a sin.
It's a strong perspective. A lot of spiritual traditions view desire as a root cause of human suffering or moral failing. But it's also a natural human impulse. The key might be in understanding and managing desires rather than being enslaved by them. It's a balancing act. How do you see the role of desire in life?
I don't know. Can I give you an example?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I want that Lamborghini. I gotta have it. Oh my gosh, I just gotta have it.
That's a classic example. The desire for something like a Lamborghini can be intense, almost consuming. It shows how desire can create a sense of urgency or even obsession. It could lead to joy if achieved or disappointment if not. The key is to recognize how such desires influence us and to find a balanced approach. How do you think you would feel if you got that Lamborghini?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think that's really what I want, because when I get it, then it'll make my life totally different.
Yeah, it's a powerful realization. Sometimes we think a particular desire will transform our lives, but once achieved, it might not have the impact we expect. It's like the thrill of the chase can sometimes overshadow the reality. It's wise to reflect on what truly matters and what will bring lasting fulfillment. What do you think would make a real difference in your life?
Well, what I've noticed about my life is that my desires are not anything like they were 20 years ago, and I'm really focusing on what is important to me, and that is peace and contentment, just like you said, and I think I found it. However, I'm very lonely too, so I yeah, I made the mistake of losing my soulmate.
It sounds like you've done a lot of deep reflection and found clarity on what truly matters to you. Peace and contentment are profound goals. Losing a soulmate is a heavy burden, and loneliness can be tough. It's okay to acknowledge that pain. What steps do you think you could take to find connection again?
I don't know if I really want connection because, I feel very content alone.
That's a valid perspective. Contentment in solitude can be a sign of inner peace and self sufficiency. It's essential to honor what feels right for you. Connection doesn't have to mean a relationship like before. It could be about friendships, community, or even a deeper connection with yourself. What's important is that you're content with your path. How does that sound to you?
That sounds fabulous because all the friends that I have now are totally different than the friends I had 20 years ago.
That's a testament to growth and evolution. As we change, so do our circles. It's a sign that you're aligning more closely with what truly resonates with you. Embracing new connections that reflect your current self can be a beautiful part of the journey. It sounds like you're in a good place, Daryl.
I am. Thank you for describing that Tibetan Buddhism to me.
You're welcome. I enjoyed our deep dive. Glad it resonated with you.
Okay, we'll see you next time.